Hey y'all, every day it's something. So I'm minding my business, sipping on my coffee, and I come across this article. You did see the title, and I've got article and video to share with you. So hold on, let me share my screen, and we're gonna get into this ridiculous story. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Okay. Mom shares disappointing experience at Universal Studios due to lack of size inclusive rides. Yes, you read that right. This mom said her trip to Universal Studios was ruined when she couldn't go on any rides because they weren't size inclusive, and trying out the test seats in front of crowds of people with no privacy felt like an embarrassing spectacle. Okay, so anybody that's ever gone to Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure, they have in front before you get into the line, because I've been and I've seen this. They have seats that are the exact size of the ones on the roller coasters for people to get on and to pull the bar over their hips, because it's supposed to go like below your waist, to make sure that you can fit in safely. That way you won't have to waste time standing in a long line, because some of those lines can be like close to an hour wait. I think it's a fantastic idea because, hey, you know what? Guess what? I don't have to wait in this long line and get up there, get in the seat, and then have to, to me, that would be more embarrassing than anything. So, and okay, you know how many people are in these theme parks? These theme parks are packed. Literally thousands of people do this every single day that these parks are open. And they don't cry to social media about it. I mean, because I've seen it. I've done it myself. Well, I'm not a roller coaster person, but I'm a lightweight. I can't do roller coasters. But the people that I've been with, we did it. It's for safety. All of these rides, no matter what theme park you go to, are they have height and weight standards. And if you don't meet either one, you can't go on, period. I think everyone remembers, I don't know if it was last year or year before, that young man in Orlando who fell out of that ride and was killed. I'm going to find the story and then link it for those who don't know about it. But he was too heavy for the ride. Um, period. Anyway, so let's continue. The issue of size inclusivity applies to much more than just clothing. For TikToker and parent Summer Lynn Davis, size inclusivity means enjoying a trip to Universal Studios without worrying about whether she'll be able to go on a roller coaster with her daughter. Davis recently took to TikTok to share a video describing her demeaning experience visiting Universal Studios as a plus size woman, and many viewers resonated with her story. Yeah, the comments were absolutely insane. So the clip opens with Davis addressing the camera while a green screen shot of her picture appears in the background. I'm going to tell you a story about how this woman is too fat to fit in any roller coaster at Universal Studios, Davis says, pointing to herself in the picture. Before breaking down the situation at the theme park, Davis tells viewers, I am under no illusion that I am thin. Okay. However, she explains, what I'm teaching my children and what I am teaching the team of people that I work with is that a body like this is capable of climbing mountains and doing good things, and even have capable of having pretty solid blood work. Pretty solid blood work. Okay, I'm a nurse. So, what is pretty solid blood work? Someone who is got their toes on the line about being going over what's in normal limits for her blood tests, or are you just over within normal limits? Okay? Pretty solid. What does that mean? That's how I'm thinking about that. You're on the borderline of something. That's what that means. What I don't like is taking my daughter on a trip for her 13th birthday and not being able to spend time with her, Davis shares. Davis claims her daughter had to ride the roller coaster alone because she was too fat to fit into them. So what? Lose weight, lady. Davis, who loves roller coasters, said that she strives to teach her daughter self love, acceptance, and the understanding that everyone's body is capable of doing the things that they want to do. That is not true. If that's what you're teaching your daughter, then you're teaching her a lie because everyone's body is not capable of doing things that they want to do. Facts. Through tears, Davis explains that she got to the point where she chose not to go on any rides. I didn't want to be humiliated in front of hundreds of people sitting in the test seat. So, after mentioning that she's never encountered any issue with the rides at Six Flags or Disney parks, Davis relays, I'm so disappointed in Universal and the message that this trip sent to my daughter. Davis closes the video by imploring Universal to relocate the test seats to a private area instead of having guests use them in front of everyone, an experience she found humiliating. The entitlement of people is just, it's off the charts. Viewers who have had a similar experience took to the comments to thank Davis for sharing her story. And see, that's a huge part of the problem. Like this is this entitlement, this I'm special, do this for me. It's just infected society like a virus. Honestly, I'm so glad you posted this, even though I'm sure it was hard. I'm built similarly, and now I won't spend a fortune to go on and not fit into any rides, one user commented. And that's not true. I would say probably about half the rides there had when I was there, I was actually there in May, and there's plenty of rides that you can get on that are not roller coasters. Well, they are. Some are, but they're not they don't have any restrictions, any height weight restrictions. They're just acting like big babies. Not a lot of people talk about this. I literally cried at not being able to go on the Harry Potter ride, shared one TikToker. It's so frustrating. And why can't they put all test seats together in a room near the entrance where there's privacy? Because that doesn't make any sense at all. Why would they do that? Fortunately, by sharing her story, Davis is helping others by reminding them that they're not alone and their struggles are valid. She doesn't have a valid struggle, okay? She doesn't. Now, if she went up to the ride and they said no crybaby ass white women allowed, then she would have a legitimate complaint. But you're fat. You need to lose weight. And that's just how it is. Not just for you, but for a lot of people. And those rides are built that way for safety. Anyway, let's go to her TikTok so that way we can listen to her cry about this humiliating experience. Okay, let's go.
TikTok. I'm going to tell you a story about how this woman is too fat to fit on any roller coasters at Universal Studios. Please know that I am under no illusion that I am thin. I'm not. I have an hourglass body. I have giant boobs. My ass and thighs are enormous. But what I am teaching my children and what
Okay, that is not a body that is capable of doing whatever it wants to do. And how she has the audacity to think that she could fit on those little teeny tiny rides is just, I don't know, it's just mind boggling to me. Let's continue.
and what I am teaching the team of people that I work with is that a body like this is capable of climbing mountains and of doing good things and even capable of having pretty solid blood work, which we would consider healthy, right? So please know there is no
No, not necessarily.
fever dream that exists where I think that I'm thin or that I couldn't possibly stand to lose some weight. Don't come for me in the comments. I already know.
Oh, and we came for her in the comments. Yes, we did.
What I don't like is taking my daughter on a girls' trip for her 13th birthday um, and not being able to spend time with her. She had to ride all of these roller coasters alone because I was too fat to fit into any of them. I had to sit in the test seat where ahead of me, a very large man had been able to make it click. So I sat in the test seat for the Velocicoaster and it wouldn't click because of my hips, my thighs, and my butt. Um, I was very disappointed. I love roller coasters and I have spent so much time
Oh,
trying
here
to
we
get this
go.
child to love herself and her body and understand that everyone's body is capable of doing the things that they want to do. And this was extremely disappointing and very
She's working really hard to get those waters going.
humiliating. The next one that we tried was Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. I couldn't fit into either seat because
Yeah, let's look at that seat, okay? Look how small this woman is right here. She's small, and there's not hardly any room, not much room left. And this guy's not a big guy either. But you see where the bar has to go, it has to go low. So if you are bottom heavy like she is, like she's bragging about how, she has this hourglass figure, then she should know. And she loves roller coasters. So the bar comes down low. It's going to come on. If you got big hips, big butt, and big thighs, like, I mean, I do, I'm shaped like her. I didn't even bother to check the test seat because like I said, I don't do roller coasters anyway, but that's not even something I'm not even going to be bothered checking because these are people that just want things to go their way. Let's continue.
they wouldn't lock over my thighs. At that point, I was so humiliated that I didn't even try to sit in the test seats for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. I've ridden this ride before. Did I want to ride it with her? Of course.
She rode it before, but what were you like about maybe 30 pounds, 20 pounds lighter? Okay. You should have known that.
But I did not want to be humiliated in front of hundreds of people sitting in the test seat again. I couldn't do it.
Okay. She has so much confidence, and maybe it's me, but she's so confident about how she can climb mountains. She thinks she's healthy because she's got this borderline blood work, but yet you're so humiliated. Where's all this confidence?
So we walked over to the Incredible Hulk coaster, which is one of my favorite roller coasters ever. I've ridden it hundreds of times because I used to work at Universal. I didn't realize how small the seats are, and so I sat in the test seat there. And I was like sitting on top of the seat. So I tried the modified seat, and even that made my hips hurt so bad. By the time we got through the line, I had decided not to ride because it was very uncomfortable. I've recently been at Six Flags and at Disney, and I've had no problem with the coasters there. I'm so disappointed in Universal
Okay.
and
Where's the
the message
tears?
that this trip sent to my daughter.
I'll tell you, the message that this trip sent to your daughter is that you think everything is about you. That's the message that you sent your daughter, lady, not Universal Studios. Because again, you're one, maybe a couple of thousands of people that do this every day. They get in the test seat that doesn't fit. Oh, well, let's go find something else to ride. And it's not a big deal. But you made this a big deal. You made this all about you. It's not about your daughter, what the message that it sends to your daughter. Universal didn't send a bad message to your daughter. You did.
And also, like, shame on you, Universal. The test seats in front of everyone. Humiliating. Humiliating. There has to be another solution.
Girl, grow up.
Hi, TikTok.
Anyway, so we're looking at some of the comments, and yeah, I mean, well, see, here's mine, yeah, and I'll read it. You are too fat, and Universal doesn't owe you anything. You want to ride the roller coasters, then lose weight. It's that simple. I'm also plus size, which, yes, I am. So there's plenty of people who said in here that, oh, here we go, right here. All of you are acting as if Universal is a ride manufacturer. Do you not realize that there's a reason that seats, restaurants, restraints are designed that way? No, they don't realize that. No, they don't. They don't. And see, here's her response to someone else. I suggest you move along unless you have something kind of support to say. Everybody doesn't have to support your idiocy. And everybody's not going to support your idiocy. They're just not. I'm very sorry. This is the most everyone's staring as you make a walk of shame. It happened to me at Six Flags in front of the man of my dreams. It's not a walk of shame. They're just making this be more than worse than what it is. You can't ride the rides. Lose weight. It's just that simple. Here's one. My brother is often ineligible to ride due to height. He says, rides are like shoes. No matter how cute your petty, you can't expect to wear every pair. Here's another one. Seats have to be a code. There are some that have plus size areas, but for riders, safety and weight for the overall coaster. Exactly. I don't know why this is so hard to understand. But these are the type of responses that she gives people. There is no weight limit that that I exceeded. Very, very large men can ride. I can ride at other parks. Use your critical thinking skills. It's possible. She has these very nasty responses to people who try to speak logically to her. And right here, I'm reading her caption here. Your vacation is ruined. You're not a size exclusive and you're a plus size woman. Universal Studios, you can do better. Okay, let's go to this right here. Roller coasters can be made for my body. They are at Six Flags and Disney. Okay, but they've got totally different rides. And Universal Studios doesn't have to do what Six Flags and Disney does. They just don't have to. Lady, you need to grow up and get over yourself. You're sending a wrong message to your daughter. You're not what you're teaching her is that life is all about her, and it isn't. And you're setting her up for failure. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. So anyway, um let me know what you all think. Sign off in the comment section. Leave your love, leave your hate. You leave your hate, I probably won't respond. Leave it there, but I really don't care. I mean, but I am interested in what people have to say about this.